everyone and welcome to LoL Weekly. I am your host Josh, aka Solid, and this is the show where we talk all about the LoL esports scene. This week in LCS we had the summer playoffs where challenger teams face against some of the LCS teams who haven't been doing so good recently. There were some really good games this week, some very interesting new strategies coming out of the challenger teams, and a lot of the challenger teams proving that even if they didn't make it into LCS, that they deserved to be there and that they were a high enough caliber to play at LCS level. So, Quantic actually did really well this weekend. They took out Complexity. Personally, not a surprise for me. Complexity really haven't been doing very well. They did decently towards the start of the LCS, but recently it's been a bit iffy. And then Quantic just showing that they are extremely strong, and they are a team to watch in my opinion. Then Velocity beat MRN. Again, MRN just haven't been doing very good, so it wasn't too hard for Velocity to win, but still some awesome matches. Now, I come on to talk about Dignitas. Dignitas. They have been around since the start of LCS. It wouldn't really be LCS without them, honestly. They've just been there, honestly. And, lucky to say, they are still going to be here. Yes, Dignitas took down Team Summon pretty convincingly. Dignitas look to be back on point, and hopefully for the next part of LCS they will be taking their game up even higher to once again take one of the top two spots like we all know they can. And then CLG, once again with Dignitas. CLG haven't been doing great recently, and they didn't do great this weekend. But they did well enough to make it through to next season's LCS. Thank God. Once again, just like Dignitas, CLG have been around forever. They have gone through so much. They are so experienced as a team that it wouldn't be the same LCS without them. And they're still here. They beat Azure Cats to secure their place in next season's LCS. So, no more LCS really. For a while until we get to the summer. Well, properly into the summer, at least if you're in England. It isn't really the summer yet. But until we properly get into the summer, no more LCS, and then we will be returning to the weekly setup, which I will once again be covering as well as I can, showing you all the matchups next week, all the matchups of last week, and which ones you should really watch, because as everyone knows, there are some amazing matchups that come out of LCS. Now, on to OGN. This week we had the first matches of the playoffs. Nanjing Shield versus SK Telecom Team 2. And it was a rather convincing match. 3-0 to SK. They really were on form for this. I don't know if it was just Nanjing Shield playing not brilliantly, but SK really did prove that they just owned. Honestly, they were on top form this weekend, so congratulations to them. And then MVP Ozone took down KT Roster B, which means, going forward now, I do not believe there is any more KT Roster. Yes, KT Roster seem like they've always been around, but there will be no more of them from this point on. Which is interesting to say, because it shows that a lot of other teams are performing extremely well recently. And yeah, they did quite well as well. MVP Ozone looking extremely strong, 3-1 against KT Roster B, which means that with both of those teams going through, we will see obviously the rest of the quarterfinals, and then on to the semi-finals where MVP Ozone will be playing against SK Telecom Team 2. For that match, I'm probably going to give it to SK. If they can perform as well against MVP Ozone as they did against Nanjing Shield, they will take that game easily. in my opinion, because they really showed that they are one of the best teams in the world. Okay, that is all from us this week. There wasn't really a lot of League of Legends. Again, the show will be coming out every Monday from now on. You may have noticed this is a Monday. Woo. And I apologise for some of the not great quality of the last video. Some problems with the rendering also happened, I understand. But hopefully I'm using a different camera and a different software to render it. So hopefully that should fix the problems. Thank you one and all for watching, and I'll see you all